So, Big Gipp, thank you for sitting down with me. We met a few weeks ago at the Super Bowl party.
Yes.
My friend was drinking on some Gip Goodies.
Yes.
So we're definitely going to talk about your new product line in a minute.
Okay.
But your album also came out last week with Worthy.
Yes.
Right, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Mhm.
This is an exciting time. I mean, the music is being received very well.
Okay.
And, we introduced the R&B back into the world.
I know that's right. Yeah. And how did the collab come about between you and Worthy?
A friend of ours, Corrupt, was working with Worthy, and he called me to the studio to work on a song. And from there, we started working, and it turned into another song, Night Drive, and then it turned into another song.
Yeah.
It was like, let's do a project. So Worthy just started giving me beats and songs, and we just knocked them out on the front porch.
Okay.
And before you know it, he was like, man, we got enough to make an EP, let's do an EP.
Yeah.
So it's exciting just to watch, what our ideas, left the studio and now people hear them and people are starting to love the vibe. It's exciting.
Yeah, I can imagine that. And an EP consists of 5 songs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite? Is there a song that means a lot to you?
Oh, I'm gonna tell you, Distance and Let It Go.
Okay, and like Distance?
I love Distance.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I just believe that record just says so much. And then Let You Go because it features 112. But the single is like our favorite. That's On Top of the World. So
yeah,
that's the first record that we gonna release as a single, and I feel like it's everything.
Yeah. And when you invite 112, you're really trying to bring R&B back.
Oh yeah, because I mean you hadn't heard him for a minute, and it was amazing when James called me and was like, "Yo, man, you got 112," and I was like, 112? I'm like, man, that's amazing. And it's amazing because I just worked with 112 on their last album and did a remix song on their last album, so to be able to go back and work with them again, with me and James, it was exciting. It was awesome.
Yeah. So you've been in the game for a long time, like 30 plus years.
Yeah.
Do you still get nervous though when you release a new album or new EP?
Yeah, because it's, you never know how people gonna take music. Music is something that's all about timing a lot of times.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can miss the mark, sometimes you can hit it right on the nail. And it just seems like this time, I think Mr. Worthy has whipped up the sauce that the world needed. And I think Gipp gave him what he had to give him. So
yeah,
it's a beautiful collab. I think it's gonna be around for a long time.
Great to hear. And I can imagine, because you've been in the game for 30 plus years, that maybe younger rappers really commend you for that, right? And they're also trying to become an OG. What would you say to younger rappers? What would you advise them?
My advice would only be love music more than you love money. And you'll survive longer than most.
Yeah.
You gotta love the craft.
Yeah.
If you don't love the craft, the money is just secondary to it. You gotta love the lifestyle, you gotta love the craft. To become great in it, you have to practice it every day. And you have to make it into your lifestyle. You know? So that's the greatest thing about just making music. Music, it can take you all over the world, and it has taken me all over the world. I've been to your country.
I heard that from Worthy. Amsterdam.
Yeah,
so what's the craziest thing that happened over there though when you were there?
You really want me to tell you?
I really want you to tell me.
Jesus. I don't know. Probably up all night. Yeah.
Okay. I'm missing something. You go from probably up all night to giving you some type of look. Like what's in between? What did you do all night?
I don't know. You got a lot of districts out there. You know what I mean? A lot of districts. You go and sit down and smoke in the little shops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I can fill in the blanks. And the audiences too, probably.
Yeah, you just go and look at it. You know, a little weird though. The first time I walked down, the red light district.
Yeah.
Yeah, see the girl standing out there. Yeah.
That's different for an American, right?
It's real different.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just letting you know, I ain't participating though. I was just looking.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
It's interesting because we have the red light district, but over here there's more so like strip club culture.
Yeah,
and we don't know that in the Netherlands.
Yeah,
though,
like
that way.
the strip club culture.
Mm-hmm.
Some I grew up in, some that I loved. It really shaped Atlanta.
Yeah.
It really helps us move our music, and you know, our strip club culture is world famous now. When it used to be something that was very a subculture, it has become pop culture. So it's great. It's a great way for us always to keep our music scene vibrant and always being able to hear new music, because kids can create new music and go right into a strip club and get the reaction. So that's the greatest thing about having such a great strip club culture in Atlanta.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that also has to do with the southernization of rap music, because I think we can thank your ex-group, Goody Mob and Outkast, for actually putting the South on the map.
Yeah.
But can you take me back to 1995 though? The Swords Awards?
Yeah.
You were getting on stage.
Yeah.
The audience really didn't fuck with Southern rap back then.
No, they really didn't.
What happened?
It made us feel like we had to prove that we was good enough to be in that room, even though we were black. You know, it really made us come back home and work 10 years straight just to make sure that we made sure that people understood that we love music and we were gonna represent the South to the fullest in all regards. And that's the greatest thing about that situation. It really just made us come back home and really focus on the next 5 or 6 hours. So it's great. It made us legend.
Yeah. And did you foresee then, 1995 when you were on stage, that Southern rap would become this big? Like even people in Amsterdam, Arnhem, where I'm from, who know Southern rap.
I didn't at the time. It was about just us breaking the barriers of New York, breaking the barriers of the West Coast. You know, so we knew that we had to be the best at the time. And we knew the music had to be great. So just to be in that position at that time and be the forefathers of the fight for the South is great. It's legendary. It'll never change. Just like Dre said, it's like the South got something to say. And if you think about just that statement, since we came back home after making that statement, the South has been running hip hop.
Definitely. And I know during that time in the 90s, talking about the South and strip club culture, you also went to a few strip clubs with Tupac.
Yeah.
Tell me about that time though. How is it to hang with Tupac in strip club?
It was dope. It was just dope to hang with Pac, period. Pac was a very energetic spirit. Pac was futuristic. Pac was everything that people think he was. You know what I mean? He was an extraordinary artist, extraordinary poet, and he was the first of his kind. That's the one thing I just keep telling people, like, you had to know him, you had to be here, you had to be around him, you had to see the energy, you know what I mean? This is before people understood being a pop star and being a movie star like Pac had it. And it's like, to have that at a time that the industry didn't know what that was. Like, what is that? That's the new rapper that's connected to movies and being connected to just movie stars. So he was just something else, man. He crossed over in so many ways, and to still be gone for almost 20 years and still be relevant, that really shows you, that he really was the icon of rap. Like, he really was everything that the industry understands about being a top rapper. And Pac was the first of his kind.
Blueprint for other rappers.
He was it. Like, he showed people how to go into the fashion world. He had people like Madonna. He had movie stars. He had everything that it took to be, looked at as what people call now superstar rapper. Pac did that naturally.
I am wondering though if you have like a nice anecdote for me, like some type of story.
You want an anecdote?
I want an anecdote, the strip club anecdote of you and Pac.
I mean, we went to the strip club one time and got kicked out because people always just, anytime Pac would come, girls would just swarm him. You know what I mean? And I think girls were kind of like, people would say broke.
Oh, those guys.
Yeah, he would get in the strip club and the girls be like, "Oh, Tupac,
Yeah,
Tupac,"
okay.
and like he would kind of like, and then
What is
like,
no?
kind of push
Oh, push
hands
them out.
away.
Okay, yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
And sometimes that would be taken as being aggressive. You know what I mean? And he got kicked out that night, and they got it all on film of us coming out the strip club. But he didn't ever do nothing. All he did was, really kind of like, make the girl show him respect. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's all on film. It was one of them nights. He was always in Atlanta, moving around on the east side, man. People would tell me all the time, like, "Yeah, man, I just seen Tupac just hanging at the bus stop with his brother, and they just be walking to the store just getting me cigarettes." And Tupac was like that. He never even lived in the superstar stuff. He just always wanted to stay around normal people because that's how he wrote his rap. By being around just the actual everyday life. That's what Pac liked. If the store was around the corner, he gonna walk. He gonna walk, and everybody gonna be like, "That's Tupac." You know what I mean? So like, he used to kill the East Side. Man. He used to be all over Decatur, and his mom lived in Stone Mountain. So like, that was his thing. Like before the last album dropped, when his whole thing was like, "Yo, Gipp, I'm about to move to Atlanta. I'm gonna start my record label. That's where I'm gonna be." And he ain't make it.
Yeah, that's so sad, so tragic.
But I mean, he left so much for the world, so great.
That's true.
He'll live forever.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, Gipp, you started talking about strip club culture and then Southern culture a few minutes ago. During that time, was it also a way to test your music, like in the 90s?
Yeah, because at that time, nobody was really on what we were doing. And you got to remember, the strip clubs, what we were listening to was really bass music from Miami. So what was going on in Atlanta, like, we would have to go to the East Side. The East Side is really like the first hub for rap music in Atlanta, because it was like a lot of the East Side was signed to Luke Skywalker. So that's where Luke Skywalker had MC Shadi, who was from Atlanta, and he had DJ Toon, that was from my neighborhood. Okay, they was going on tour with Uncle Luke and Poison Clan, and they would all come to the East Side at this club called Sharon Showcase on Gresham. You know what I mean? So that's the first time that Atlanta started seeing really the Miami acts.
Yeah.
So Atlanta and in the strip club, our music was basically really strip club music.
Yeah.
So it was Kizzy Rock, Kilo, Raheem the Dream, like a lot of the forefathers of Atlanta, those were the kind of records that were being made for the club.
Yeah.
So we knew what we was into. We knew what we was in the Black Pack, but also my crew was really hip hop based. So our thing was, we love what we do, we love what we listen to, but we want to get New York's respect. And to get New York respect, you have to hit them with hip hop. So that was our goal.
Okay. And during that time, did you already knew that strippers were kind of like gatekeepers, like street A&Rs, like they had the power to actually make artists more famous? Because
at the end of the day, like, it was like, we put Players Ball out like November, December on the LaFace Christmas album. Now LA told us to make a Christmas song that would match Atlanta, and that came direct with Players Ball from Outkast.
Yeah.
So once we did Players Ball, as you see in the video, we took it right to the West End, the Montrez at the time. We shot the video right in the parking lot, because Montrez is where we went, and Stewart Avenue, Nicky's is where we went. So it was like Montrez is where we shot the famous, the strip club in the Players Ball video. So we instantly took our records into the strip club, and during those times, and to be able to take your record and it not be connected to no label or nothing, all you had to do is give it to the best stripper. And she would come on stage with your record. So that's how records was starting to get broken in Atlanta. So after Goody Mob and Outkast, then here comes Lil Jon, and here comes the Snap movement, and they just reunited the club. Here comes Lil Young Jock and everybody, and they just reunited the club. So it was great for us, because again, with us setting the precedence for the South as far as hip hop, we also set a precedence for the other guys to come and do what we naturally did, and that was club music.
Yeah, amazing. amazing stories. Thank you for the info because I'm actually researching strip club culture. We can talk about it after this interview.
Yeah, please do, man.
Yeah, of course. But let's talk about Gip Goodies.
Yes.
What inspired you to actually create Gip Goodies?
My father had cancer, and he told me eight months before he left the world. So I was living in LA then, and I started coming back and forth to treat my father with THC products, but he wasn't really kind of like feeling them because he never liked the actual feeling. But he could take the CBD products. It was strong enough but light enough for him to kind of be able to take as a medicine. So with me bringing some of the stuff back, it helped my father. He lived for an extra 2 weeks for me, and he just left at a more comfortable space than he was being in the hospital. So that's the only thing that I could do for him, and I did that for him. So, but the Gipp Goodies line was supposed to be a cannabis line first. And I just hit the streets here in Atlanta because Atlanta was kind of like wide open the whole time during the pandemic. So we never closed, you know what I mean? So I was able to go to CBD shops and really start getting the product in front of the owners. And we took off from there, and now we've expanded to about 15, 20 products. Okay, we got gummies, we got Delta 8 gummies, we got CBN gummies, we have vapes, we also have, as you see, these are some of the drinks. So some of the drinks, some of the names we have, we have some pina colada, 6 on the peach, we got bourbon, we got rum, we got margarita, and we also have whiskey now. Okay. And this is the vodka, and that's the bourbon. We also have tequila. So we have everything that you can buy in the liquor store. And soon we'll be breaking out more of the rums. I also have 3 new flavors that we haven't dropped yet. We have a what is it? It's a peach cobbler. We have a what is that? A pineapple, but it tastes like a Malibu rum. So it's a real thick pineapple. We also have a syrup that's real good called apple pie. You don't like that?
Can't wait to taste it. But would it make me like show up and show out or go to bed? Like what does it do to me, you think?
I don't know. I don't know what it might do to you. It might make your legs shake or something. I don't know what you want to do.
Okay, so I understand. Like whatever the drink is doing to me will do to me. Okay, I got you.
If you after 2, you don't want to do something. Okay, you might want to do something. After 3, you might want to go to bed. Okay. Keep it on 2, you're gonna still be on that 10. You take it over that, you might want to go to bed. You know what I mean? But that just lets you know it's a great product. You're gonna wait, you're gonna get you a great sleep. It's healthy. You're not gonna have the after effect of what alcohol does you. It's not gonna feel bad. Your body's gonna really, because it's really weed. So really what we did, we mocktail every taste of alcohol. And we took the alcohol out and we just replaced it with a Delta 8, which is also cannabis.
And you know, my home country has like a very healthy relationship with weed and cannabis.
I know.
So an important question, do you do international shipping?
Yeah, we do it.
Okay.
You got an address?
I got an address, but maybe, for the Dutch audience, this is maybe good for them to know that they can actually order, go to the website, right?
Y'all gonna be able to go to the website. We also gonna be introducing the Gip Goodie app. It's gonna be an international app. It's gonna be for all over the world. So if you can have it, it's surely gonna be able to come in the mail. We're gonna send it.
Great.
Yeah.
So my last question, Gip, because I really admire you also being an entrepreneur, right, next to being a rap artist. Do you think that more rap artists are entrepreneurs now, or were they more entrepreneurs back in the day?
It just depends on what business you're talking about.
The business you can tell your grandma.
Oh, okay. Well, I think they're more into this business that you can tell your grandmama about today.
Okay.
Back in when I first came into rap, the rap was really financed by the streets. You know what I mean? Like, because it was new. It was only people who had things that could throw parties and have hip hop artists come through. They had to have money. And sometimes it just wasn't legal.
Yeah.
But it's all right though.
Yeah, we had to do what we had to do.
Yeah. I swear to God.
So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
And I wish you many lucks with your goodies and the album.
Thank you so much, man. Everybody, please go and get the Gipp N Worthy album, man. It's everything. R&B is back. And we'll see you when you do. Gone.